After a tough loss to the Bemidji State Beavers, St. Cloud State football returns home, and they were looking to run their way to another victory.
While the men's hockey team was looking to rebound after a tough weekend out at Quinnipiac as the Huskies open conference play.
It's only a start, and there's a lot of games to go, so we got to keep rolling.
Husky Mag starts right now. Welcome to a brand new edition of Husky Mag. Jeremy Klein alongside me is Taylor Budge. What a huge week it was for St. Cloud State Athletics.
Pretty much a perfect week if you're a Husky fan because we had football, soccer, and men's hockey. They opened up conference play at home.
Yeah, how can you talk about St. Cloud State University without talking about their hockey team? They were 14th ranked in the country, taking on the 15th ranked Redhawks. That alone should be able to build up that rivalry, but we're not done yet. 6 of the last 8 games between these two teams has been decided by just 1 goal. And everybody remembers last year, the frozen face-off at the Target Center. That was a huge game. Let's flash back.
It always seems like a flip-flop of who is going to succeed between these two teams. We, of course, had the 2013 NCAA Regional, where the Huskies defeated the Redhawks to advance to the Frozen Four. Then the next year, Miami, as the 8th seed, upsets first seed St. Cloud at home in the first round of the NCHC playoffs. And then, of course, rewind to last year to where the Huskies earned their first home sweep of the season against Miami, who was ranked 5th nationally at the time.
And it all comes back to that title game in the Frozen Face-Off last year, where Blake Coleman's hat trick helped surpass Miami over St. Cloud to clinch their first ever NCHC tournament title. But the Huskies were looking for revenge this past Friday.
That's right, Jeremy. It all kicks off down at the Brooks Center in the first period. If at first you don't succeed, why not try again? Patrick Newell, the freshman, netting his first collegiate goal, getting the Huskies up early, 1-0. But we knew Miami wasn't going down without a fight. Corrali to Alec Gasek. But Charlie Lindgren is there to keep this game 1-0. The Huskies offense looking to come alive. They're looking for more from Morley, but Morley unable to convert with Ryan McKay in net. So heading into the second period, haven't said this in nearly 22 months, but Ryan Papa finding the back of the net, his 7th career goal for the Cardinal Black, extending the Huskies' lead to 2. Sean Corrali, he was hungry for a goal this weekend, but the Huskies defense doing a phenomenal job. Huskies offense looking to add even more. Callie Kosola to Patrick Russell, unable to convert, so this one would stay 2-0 after the second period. Heading into the final period, Mikey Asamont looking for his first career goal, but off the post it would be. This one still stays 2-0, but not for long. Look at the patience coming up on this play. Delayed penalty, Charlie Lindgren not in net. Callie Kosola down the neutral zone to Joey Bennick. Back to Kosola, and somehow finds Patrick Newell for his 2nd goal of the game. That's how this one would end, folks. Huskies shut out the Redhawks 3-0 at the Brooks Center. Charlie Lindgren records his 3rd straight shutout at home, setting a St. Cloud State record.
And his defenseman really helped him out. He only had to face 15 shots, comes up with all 15 saves, and Patrick Newell gets his first 2 goals as a Husky. A great weekend for him.
The first period, they did a lot of. They were getting through, with their talent, and it's hard sometimes because they got so much talent. But you have to have a good stick, like a stick on puck, and poke it off. And I thought as the game wore on, we did a real good job.
It was definitely an all-around team effort. All 4 lines were rolling. We didn't have to shorten the bench at all. All 6 Ds were going. It was a great team win.
Yeah, they're definitely going to come back even harder than they were tonight. And
on Saturday night, the Huskies looking for the series sweep. There'll be a new goaltender in net for Miami to start this one. Jay Williams gets the start for the Redhawks, and there would be different results. St. Cloud State trying to pepper the net on the power play. Their struggles would continue on that power play. Later in the first period, Miami continuing to shut down the Husky offense. Jay Williams comes up with another save, and Miami's offense would take advantage. Cato from the point throws it on net. Rozovic, the freshman, sneaks it in. Miami would have a 1-0 lead heading into the second period. In that second period, they're trying to pour it on. Melnick with the breakaway, but it's good to see Chuck is back to his good old self. Charlie Lindgren makes the save, and St. Cloud State's offense would come alive. This time it's the freshman, Mikey Asimont. He gets his first collegiate goal. The Huskies tie this one up at 1 apiece. Another freshman trying to make noise. Patrick Newell trying to find Joey Bennick, a delicious dime. Does not go. Later in the second period, the Huskies are going to get their first lead of the game. The sophomore Patrick Russell nets his 3rd goal of the season. St. Cloud State up 2-1, and you're going to get a 3rd unanswered goal. Callie Kosola breaks through the seam, goes top shelf. St. Cloud State up 3-1 heading into the third period, and there would be no goals in that third period. St. Cloud State is going to go on to win this one 3-1. They sweep the Redhawks, a huge NCHC win.
That's right, Jeremy. Now, their power play for St. Cloud State hasn't been the strongest this season, something that the team obviously wants to be working on, but their even strength goals are doing phenomenal as St. Cloud State remains undefeated at home.
For our game plan, good things happen for us. So even though it wasn't our best first period, we stayed loose in the locker room, and we knew what we had to do.
No, second period was our best period because we got back into the game, and then we settled in, and you know, and you're gonna protect the lead. You know, we're not gonna sit on it, but we're gonna protect it.
We knew they were gonna come out hard, but we just talked about we had to work harder, get the pucks deep, and get to work. So we did that.
Yeah, I mean, very talented team in Miami. First home conference games. It's a heck of a start for us, but it's only a start, and there's a lot of games to go, so we gotta keep rolling.
Conference play begins for some, but not for all. What a crazy week it was in the National Collegiate Hockey Conference. St. Cloud State takes care of Miami, North Dakota sweeps CC, and Western Michigan.
The biggest upset of the week coming from Kalamazoo, where the Broncos upset number 2 nationally ranked Omaha on both Friday and Saturday, all while Denver and Minnesota Duluth have yet to kick off their conference play. But Jeremy, as we know, anything is possible in the NCHC, and you really just have to take it game by game.
Taylor, this is such a strong conference, and you're going to get to see why. Taking a look at the USCHO.com poll, the #1 team in the country coming out of the National Collegiate Hockey Conference. It's North Dakota, and St. Cloud State climbing back into the top 10 after sweeping Miami.
Yet another week where we see 6 of the 8 teams from the NCHC being represented in this poll, and it really just speaks about the level of competition that each team has to face off against every week.
Now, Taylor, in the offseason, a lot of the people from the St. Cloud, they didn't know how good this team could be. You lose senior defenseman Andrew Prochnow. You lose junior Johnny Brodzinski to the LA Kings. You bring in 9 freshmen. These Huskies are excelling out on the ice right now.
That's right, 9 fresh faces coming in this year, and they have yet to disappoint, as we have seen Robbie Jackson and Jimmy Schultz finding the back of the net within the first 4 games. And of course, Mikey Asamont and Patrick Newell scoring their first collegiate goals this past weekend.
The freshmen have accounted for 16 of the team's 69 points. They're being compared to the 2013 team that went to the Frozen Four, led by Hobey Baker winner Drew LeBlanc and 2 All-Americans in Nick Jensen and Ben Hanowski. Wasn't necessarily seeing that comparison in the offseason, but I'm kind of seeing it now. This team looks good out on the ice.
Their future is looking bright. So much talent in that class, and you can't talk about the talent on the Huskies without mentioning Charlie Lindgren. What a phenomenal junior year he has been having in net, and we're only 8 games into the season.
Lindgren with a 1.43 goals against average, good enough for 10th in the nation, and he has saved 102 of 103 shots at home. That's a ridiculous stat.
And it's crazy to think that Lindgren went 10 periods of hockey at home without letting a goal past him, and even after talking with Charlie after the game this past weekend, he still wasn't happy about the 1 goal he let in at home. It really just shows the mentality that he has towards the game. So it was real no surprise either that Lindgren was awarded as this week's NCHC Goaltender of the Week. Lindgren, of course, as we just mentioned, remains a perfect 4-0 on home ice and saved 47 of 48 shots on the weekend against the Redhawks, while also having an NCAA best 4 shutouts this season. This is the second time in 3 weeks that Lindgren has been named Player of the Week in the conference, and is 4th all-time in his 2 years as starting goaltender for the Cardinal Black.
And Taylor, when you win 2 Player of the Week honors in the same month, there's a pretty good chance that you could be named the Player of the Month, and that's exactly what happened for Charlie Lindgren. He was named the NCHC Player of the Month for October. He had 3 straight shutouts and 4 shutouts on the season.
Lindgren has a .947 save percentage as well this season, as he has stopped 177 shots thus far. So, moral of the story is, Jerry, that this guy has what it takes to potentially bring St. Cloud State back to the Frozen Four, and he's still only a junior.
The Huskies will have a bye this weekend, and it will give them time before they continue their conference schedule on the road. Andy Murray and the Western Michigan Broncos are off to a great start after upsetting Omaha last weekend.
Puck drop on both Friday the 13th and Saturday the 14th are set for 6 p.m. Central Time. You'll be able to catch the game on NCHC TV or by listening to 99.9 FM. This January, 4 of Minnesota's best college hockey teams will take over St. Paul in the 3rd annual North Star College Cup. This year, the tournament moves to Saturday and Sunday, January 30th and 31st, with the Huskies opening the tournament against in-state rival Minnesota State. Tickets to this event would make a great holiday gift and can be purchased by November 21st in person or by visiting SCSUtickets.com or calling the ticket office at 877-SCSU TIX. Now coming up after the break, St. Cloud State football was looking to break their teeter-totter record and get back on their winning ways as they welcome the Dragons of MSU Moorhead with only 3 games to go in the regular season. Stay tuned.
It's been an up and down year for the St. Cloud State football team. They brought a 4-4 record into Husky Stadium on Saturday when they hosted the MSU Moorhead Dragons. There were fireworks on the very first play of the game to start the first quarter. Kickoff to Vance Barnes, and he takes it all the way back to the house. 96-yard return. He scores for St. Cloud State. They're up 7-0 just 14 seconds into the game, but that lead would soon evaporate. Carr rolling to his right, throws it deep to Gibson. He makes the catch, and he breaks the tackle. He's going to take it all the way in for 6. We're tied at 7 apiece. The scoring was not done in the first quarter, not at all. Meyer, play action fake to Jaden Huff. He's looking deep to his main man, Jamison Parsons, the 3rd best receiver in the country when it comes to yards. He gets in. St. Cloud State up 14-7, but let's get the ground game going. From the 20-yard line, Jaden Huff's going to take it all the way in for the touchdown. For you math majors out there, that's an 80-yard touchdown run. He breaks the shoestring tackle. St. Cloud State up 21-7 going into the second quarter. In that second quarter, it's back to the air. The bomb from Meyer to Parsons, the quarterback turned wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a great season for Parsons. St. Cloud State up 31-7, and let's go back to the ground. Huff leaps over the pile, a 38-7 lead for St. Cloud State. Can we get the defense involved just a little bit? Carr drops back to pass. He's going to look for his man, but it's going to go to a guy in black. Jack Horner with the pick 6 takes it all the way in for St. Cloud State. They're up 45-7 at halftime. That's the most points St. Cloud State has scored in the first half all season long. We head into the third quarter. Moorhead just trying to chip away. They hand it off to Medhog. He gets in. Moorhead trailing by a lot heading into the fourth quarter. St. Cloud State going to continue to pour it on as we head into the fourth. Nate Meyer with the pass. It's going to John Pass. Yeah, I meant to say pass to pass. St. Cloud State up 52-21. And later, you hand off to Liddell White, the senior running back, seals the deal for the Huskies. They go on to win this one 59-21 at Husky Stadium. A big win for St. Cloud State. Nate Meyer 14 for 28 passing, 264 yards with 3 touchdowns. Jaden huffs and puffs his way to 99 yards and 2 scores. And the great wide receiver that is Jamison Parsons with 2 scores himself.
First and foremost, all glory goes to God for me. Having this opportunity to play the game, being out there with these guys that I came in with is just such a blessing. But I don't know, Nate put the ball where it needed to be with some great throws, and they gave him some good protection, and I beat my guy, and you know, that's just kind of how it goes.
With the regular season winding down, there's obviously going to be a lot of intensity these next couple games. What do you guys plan to focus on and continue to work on to finish out this season strong?
Well, we only have 2 games left, and we're going to do it for our seniors, definitely. You know, it's coming to an end, and it's just been a blessing to be out there with them, and we're going to take it each day as a gift, you know, being out here playing this wonderful game.
Talking about the rocky road that the Huskies have been on when it comes to their record, but they still sit steady.